there's this website called Rivals Tracker, right? And you can go through and just basically see like people's stats and like how they're doing and what they're doing right now. And you can see like my last few games, like I won a bunch of my last few comp games. And it'll show like who I've played with and like my teammates and my win rates with those teammates, or what rank, like, you know, you are on those heroes, like in comparison to others. And one of the interesting things, I thought it would be funny to watch some replays. And now I know every YouTuber on the planet is doing this, but I thought I could to put my own spin on it a little bit, because this guy technically isn't rank 1, but he might be the best Mr. Fantastic player I've ever seen. So if you watched me play a few days ago, I bumped into this guy named ButtCruncher17. And if you look at all of the top-rated Mr. Fantastic players that are on this list, you'll notice something very interesting. They almost never have MVPs. And their kill rate or their KDs aren't even that crazy, even if they have good win rates. Then you get down to Mr. ButtCruncher down here, and he's got 44 of them. So he's still popping off even in the losses and absolutely rolling in the wins. And I played with this guy on my team, and he was actually insane. I figured we should take a little look, see what is ButtCruncher doing. So let's see. And maybe we can learn some of the secrets from some of the players who have figured out how to make Mr. Fantastic work. Because Mr. Fantastic is one of those characters that feels very underpowered, feels very weak, doesn't really have any stopping power in a lot of ways. Some people have felt very strongly that he is actually secretly good, and I'm open to that idea, just like Wolverine originally, where people were like, oh, he might be secretly pretty good. So let's see. So, one thing I'll already tell you, you're gonna notice a lot from this, is they're gonna use the shift, the big stand there form, a lot. And that gets melted. The thing with that form is you resist all CC and damage when you're in it. There's a limit where once you go on beyond a certain threshold, it'll like do the fire back and it will end the thing, but you can still take more than the 300 damage it mitigates while it's still active, right? That was already one of the 3 deaths, so I'm interested to see how it goes. On the website, you can get replay codes. Yes, you can. You can look through it and watch some of the top players and see how they've been doing stuff. One thing I'm already noticing is he's trying to keep his shield bar pretty high up before the fight goes in, so he only has to use his cooldown once before he gets the big form. Okay, just left clicking, just doing the regular left clicks. I also am curious to see how he uses his E eventually in the future to like pull people in. Okay, just poking tanks, playing him almost like an off tank, frontlining, which is pretty smart. Did he cancel it? He cancels it actually. So something to take note of here. That's actually very interesting. I think the rocket pops infinite ammo. Yes, so the rocket popped infinite ammo, and because he's a big hulking target, when he's in infinite ammo, you'll actually notice that he cancels the big form to make himself a smaller target again. That way he just doesn't get absolutely laser beamed by the rocket boosted Punisher. It also allows him to use his shift again to take or not get obliterated by incoming damage if he was getting shot at. That's really interesting. Okay, goes back into the big form again. So small tip for Mr. Fantastic, if you didn't know this, you do want to go into the big form before you go for your ult, because you get to keep that extra health. So you see when he goes into his big form, he shoots up to 500. I think it technically is maximum like 800 if he's full HP and shield. So he has a much higher health pool before he goes for the ult. That makes him much more survivable. Oh, and he's got him in a small room! That's also one of the parts where, like, Mr. Fantastic's ult doesn't feel very strong and doesn't feel very good unless you get them in a really small room like this. So, like, he's probably drooling, salivating, looking for this opportunity. Holy shit! Doesn't kill anything because Luna ult. Did he boop him down? Did he boop him down right there? Yeah, he does. So, another thing I've noticed a lot of these Mr. Fantastic players do, and you'll probably notice as we watch this, is they don't use the E to like bop people together. They actually use the double E on a single target to like pull them into their team or pull them off of high ground. Kind of like as a displacement tool as opposed to like going for damage and bopping people together. That is his second death already. And we are just barely into the beginning of this game. And he only has 3 deaths, so the right click can pull them back 10 meters. Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of people using it as a good displacement tool, but it's also, I don't think a lot of people respect Mr. Fantastic yet. Don't respect his abilities because he's just not seen as very threatening, because he's not really like a big damage dealer. So until they start to really view him as a threat, you can probably get away with that a lot more. Uses the E to jump up to high ground. Not really anything to do there. Gives E to his magic. So when you do the boom form, you give shields to your teammates if you're on your teammates, or you do damage to enemies if you go into them. Whoa! So another interesting thing, he cancels the big form again here, actually. So he gets the big form for the 1v1 with the Punisher, cancels it, makes himself a smaller target, but it also allows him to still use his abilities, pull him in, also be able to use his shift. I bet he uses his shift here. Yep. He uses the shift to mitigate some damage, get healed back up. Holy shit, that's smart. I think a lot of people probably don't actually end up canceling the big form and try to use it a lot more, but it just makes you a big hulking target. So by not using it and by canceling it, it gives you more survivability. And also the shift. The shift damage mitigation is really important. Oh yeah, and you do lose out on range in the big form as well, not wrong. Okay, so he's just gonna go crazy here because they're looking for the Strangel, and he can cleave through. So, if you've never played Overwatch, there's certain characters in Overwatch like Reinhardt where the hitbox moves with your camera or like with the ability. So the way Mr. Fantastic works is if you are hitting someone with your left click, like the arm, if while it's out, you swing your camera quickly with your mouse or your controller or whatever across a group of enemies while it's still out there, you can hit all of them. While it's, instead of hitting one singular person, you can hit a bunch of targets at once. You can also do that in the big form as well. So that's why you'll see him probably moving his mouse around a lot during those fights. Gets his shield up to 97, gets him ready to use big form again. Is he gonna cancel it? No, he doesn't cancel it because he's not looking at him. Gets a bunch of damage in there. Just all this cleave by just shaking his mouse around. You see it right here. This is what I'm talking about. This stuff right here is him getting maximum damage by moving the camera across the screen while the attack is out. And they take the point. It's very smart. So they're trying to get cart push, also keep the thing built up. Oh? Wait, why did he pop his shift? Maybe just around, just having a good time? Maybe. Starts the fight with extra shield because it was in big form. Has all the cooldowns coming back up. But again, just kind of poking. Not doing a whole lot. Just kind of poking around. Then gets the big form, then goes for ult. Gonna probably try to force a support ult if they haven't already gotten it or use it. They use it there. Gets a kill too. The shift delays the big form? Yeah, I know that it delayed. I know he was trying to delay the big form, but I just didn't see if, like, you know, it was really worth doing it back there. Actually, what is the cooldown on it? I'm gonna find out right now. It's a 12-second cooldown, so it just seemed like a big decision to go for. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad decision. I'm just trying to understand why they did it. Okay. So I'm assuming when the ult pops off here, you're just gonna try to stand in his own Invisible Woman ult, just try to build ult by getting big cleave. Actually, cancel it again. Why did he cancel it again? Wait, did he cancel it again? Am I crazy? Yes, he did. Okay, he did. Okay, it's because the Punisher's up. So the Punisher has unlimited ammo again. He's tracking that combo with the Punisher, and whenever the Punisher has the Rocket team up, we'll get out of that form, so he takes less damage.
Jury, executioner!
Probably gonna go down here. Oh, hiding in the corner, survives, thrusts his way out, gets the big form. Wow, the survivability is crazy. Cancels the form again, that way you can start building up the next form again without getting stuck in the choke. Something I've already learned from watching this is whenever I played Mr. Fantastic, I did not cancel the big form nearly as much. I always thought of it as a reward, like a thing I was supposed to build up to, but sometimes it actually looks like it causes you harm and it makes you in a worse spot, so you need to cancel it more. Big form, gonna go for ult, maybe? Maybe not because of the rocket ults. Interesting. I wonder if because of the rocket ult didn't want to go for it, but... Okay, trying to survive through the cloak ults. It looks like they're gonna lose this fight, so probably he's gonna save it. At this point, yeah, saves it. Put on his C ability from Invisible Woman before going in there too? Did he? I actually didn't catch that. Where is it? Oh, back here? No, it must have been further up. Pop shift. Oh no, it was that fight. Okay, I see what you're talking about before.
Invisible?
He's gonna build off shield or build up shields on his teammates. Also build up his inflated form as well. Gets up to about 90. Probably gonna look for ults here. Yep. Even during the Punisher ults, because they don't have support ults online. So you might be wondering, how does he not have? They know they don't have support ults online. They Cloak and Dagger ulted the previous fight. The fight before that, they Luna ulted, and the fights didn't go on too long. So he's probably ult tracking that they don't have Luna ult yet. And so you might be saying, well, in the past, he hasn't been trying to go in during the Punisher team up. Support ults build so fast in this game that it's worth taking the risk and going in with the ult in the inflated form, because you'll probably get those kills. Because they don't have their Qs yet, but they will soon. And getting a kill on a Luna here is huge. Boom. Gets the kill actually on the Punisher first, and then someone else finishes off the Luna. Wow.
This is real firepower.
Stays on cart, just knows to push it in. Smart. Very, very smart. And then they go... Wait, oh, I'm on the wrong person. I forgot that it changes when you go into the next round. All right, let's go back to Butt Cruncher. Who are we reviewing? We're reviewing Butt Cruncher, who is, I would say, arguably the #1 Mr. Fantastic from what I've seen. Not #1 on the Rivals tracker currently, but he's by far and away the highest rank with the most MVPs, most SVPs, and I've personally played with them, and they played insane in the games we've played. I don't think I've literally lost with this guy yet, out of like the 5 or 6 games I've played with him. And playing Mr. Fantastic, one of those heroes that a lot of people think is really, really bad, for good reason, I think. Wanted to see, what has he been doing that makes him work? So a lot of just brawling here. Even though they have the form up with Punisher, it's okay because tanks are alive, so you kind of just brawl. Everyone's looking in the same spot. I think he's gonna look to try to displace the mag there. I think he tried to displace the mag. Did I see that right? So after this, yeah, right here? Yes, he does. So you can't see it because there's a smoke screen. Let me try to slow it down for you. He pulls the mag into his team, makes him a little bit displaced. Maybe forces him to use bubble or shield. It did shield, actually. He did shield there. Pulls him in deep, puts him in a slightly worse spot. I know it's not a lot, but in really, really high level matches like this, just getting around the corner like that and breaking your support's LOS can sometimes be enough. That one wasn't enough specifically, but that doesn't mean it won't be in the future. It's pretty smart. Huge, walks in. They don't have the Punisher team up. Oh, goes for the early ult? Knows they don't have support ults, or if they do have support ults, they're not going to use them yet. Wow. Pulls the Luna back out. Smart. Hi, I've been looking online. I can't find it. How do you cancel his big mode? I believe it's F. So next time it has big mode, I'll show you. So he actually uses the E as well, like the thrust, as a movement ability a lot of times to like take high ground and whatnot. Okay, so you see right here, it says F exit. So if he pressed F right now, and on controller, there would be a different cue as well. That will cancel the big form. And it's fine with, even though the Punisher team ups there, they're getting hit by the Strange ult, just cleaving through, doing big damage. Gonna get big form here again, then be able to brawl. Oh yeah, just brawl out with their tanks. Big cleave damage by swinging his camera back and forth like this. He's getting maximum damage on both tanks. I'll show you one more time in case you didn't notice it. Watch it again. Swinging it back and forth, he gets them both on every single hit. And he even tries to do it there with this one. Trying to fling it back again, but just too far. Pops his shift to stay alive. Stays alive long enough for the cloak to come back. Gonna go for ults. Gonna build up his E here and then go for, oh, nope. I think he would have went for ults there, but probably didn't because of the Luna ult. Is he gonna cancel this form to stop the Strange ult? Does that work? I'm curious. No. If he did try to do it, he didn't do it in time. I don't know if it would have worked anyways. I don't know if that deforming time counts as like you can't get stunned. Okay, so Invisible Woman's all up. Okay, goes up, takes a little bit of damage to it. So like during the shift, like the stand there form, like this, right? You can only take, I think, 300 damage or something like that. It goes so fast you can't even see the fucking bar. Holy. Was it the Chad walk? So you see this bar up here? It's going down so fast. You can only take 300 damage before it fires back, but you can take way more than that. And the reason you can take more than that is because it doesn't actually stop the effect until the animation finishes. So even though you fire the shot back and then you de-transform, you can just keep taking damage that entire time and you're not taking like health damage. You have like the shield. You know when you shoot somebody, it has a little shield thing? So he actually takes like probably 1,000 damage or more after this interaction finishes. Because look at how fast his health bar goes down. He should be taking damage right now, but he's not. Feeling fantastic. And then it ends, goes back into the Invisible Woman thing. Boom, pops ult, starts going in. Knows they don't have support ults up, gets so much damage in. Oh. So he's not able to get the kills on his own. People need to walk up and do damage with him, but then he gets the finishing blow. That's crazy. A lot of the Mr. Fantastics that I've seen before this, they're not very flashy. I feel like this guy's pretty flashy. Another thing that is really, really important, that if you end up playing Mr. Fantastic, you should probably be doing, is keeping your shields up kind of high before the fight. That way you don't have to use both of the cooldowns to like get your way up to big form. Oh, he actually goes for it early there. I don't know if he meant to do that though. Yeah, because he's trying to do it again pre-fight. Oh, interesting. So I hadn't noticed that till right now. I thought maybe he was just missing it, but the right click also gives you another 30 shield. So he actually right clicks the ground there to give himself more pre-shield for this fight coming up because he's already used both his E's. So they're coming off of cooldowns. By the time this fight starts, his cooldown will be back up and then he'll be close to his big form again. So he's keeping it pretty high up there right now. He's 1 E away from just going for it. He doesn't even need to. Just gets a couple left clicks and then just starts going crazy with it. They have support ults, so he's not going to be able to do anything through that. Right clicks to try to displace the Strange there a little bit. It doesn't matter though, it's all in cloak ult. Look at how fast he builds ult. He's building ult so quickly. You can't reach, buddy. Did I just see that right? Hang on. Did he just hard delay that Magneto? Wait, hang on. Does the E... Hang on, I gotta watch the Mag's POV. Before he hits the button to actually use it, does it slow him down? It does! I mean, he probably wouldn't have been able to touch anyways, but he doesn't even activate the ability fully. He just keeps him held there like he's fucking on a leash. Holy shit, that was so smart. It didn't... Granted, I don't think it would have mattered for touching there, but like, if it was a much closer situation... And so he's not actually trying to use the right click to hit, like, bop them together with the Invisible Woman back here. I think he's just left clicking like normal. Which actually, by the way, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could left click and do damage while you were tethered to someone. That is smart as shit. I feel like I learned a lot already.
Final score 0-2-3.
I'm gonna watch another one real quick because I have another one. That one was kind of short. Magic did the slow, not him. How did Magic do the slow? Magic has a slow? Does Magic have a slow? Now you're making me question myself. What is Magic's slowing ability? She slaps him with an E? Yeah, but before that though, he was still slowed. Alright, we're gonna move on. The knockup was different. But he also can pull them when during that.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Okay. Oh. Pops the shift to stay alive there too, when he was kind of looking like it was a little bit dangerous.
As graceful and legal as always, T'Challa.
This Iron Fist wants him. Kills the Iron Fist, just keeps walking with their tanks. One of the great things about this is like the double shield comps, like the Magneto Strange, he can do damage through both of them. He's not stopped by their shields like a lot of other DPS characters.
What armor is this?
Same thing, good habits from before, trying to keep the shield up kind of high. Start the big form. Goes for ult. Might kill them Namor? Maybe? They have support ults that are up. Oh! Gets the combo on the Invisible Woman. And then just starts steamrolling through. God damn, Harp thing the prime.
I can be reckless now.
Does the same thing there, right clicks the ground that we saw before, build up more shield, gets him really close to the big form before the fight starts.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
He's still only an E away from getting his big form if he wants it. Does the duel the Iron Fist. Bong.
I am ready to put on a show.
Look at the L charge going up. It does so much damage during that, just like swinging across. Dodges the Namor ult using the shift. Gonna have ult here in a second. Oh my, so much damage. Probably gonna save ults until after. Oh, I saw what he went for there. He tried to pull the Invisible Woman out of the ult. Did you see that? Right here? I think he tries to pull the Invisible Woman out of the ult. Yeah, like he tries to grab. And I think tries to yoink her out, but unfortunately doesn't get it. So, it was close though. Bong, bong. After that, he's gonna go for ult. Nope, doesn't even need it. Goes the Invisible Woman. Bong. Probably gonna save ult for next. He hit a second person and pulled them into the Invisible Woman. I think that he was still trying to pull them originally out though. I think that was probably the idea. Wanted to pull them out of the ult. Because like, they were low HP, if you get them out of the ult there, they would have died. Gonna have ult here in a second, gonna go for it. No, not gonna go for it. I wonder if it's because he's getting run down. Pop shift to stay alive. That's one thing he's really good at, is surviving the all-in. Like, whenever they decide, okay, like, we've had enough of your shit, we need to kill you, he always finds a way to survive. It's very impressive. Doesn't die as often as you would expect. Yoinks him over. Uses the shift to delay the big form. Goes for the ult. They do have support ults though, so they're gonna probably have to counter this. Actually bubbles it. Yeah, that ult just doesn't do much damage, unfortunately, but... Oh. What are you watching? We're watching one of the best Mr. Fantastic players right now. Already back up to 75% ult charge after that fight, and used it at the start of the fight. That is probably one of the things that's most impressive to me, is how fast he builds ult. Another thing is always using that right click towards the start of spawn or whatever at the start of fight to build back up shield at the start while walking in. Yeah, it's not much, but it's good habits.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Control lost.
And then they win the fight. He wasn't really there for it, but I think he did a lot before that. Give it up, man. You're not getting him. Give it up. Already has ult back up again. He's gonna go for it because of the doorway here. He's gonna use the archway. He gets under the archway. Oh, they ended up backing up too fast anyways. I think he was gonna probably try to use the archway there to get faster bounces, but you know, it is what it is. Bops them together. Invisible Woman's 1 HP. Oh, kind of a mistake there. I think he probably could have killed the Invisible Woman, but I think he missed the left click, unfortunately. Still did so much though. Like, the impact he has on these fights on Mr. Fantastic of all heroes is kind of crazy. Because it pushed them all back, gets multiple kills. Do you know the lore of the Maker skin? It's pretty insane. I am not proud to admit, but I do not know much about the Marvel universe. If you ask me, hey, do you know this thing about Marvel? The answer 95% of the time is no. I'm probably gonna try to build up the big form, start slaying here. Yep, look at all this damage. Cancels it, I believe he cancels it early again there. So, another thing that I've noticed is, not only is he canceling it early, but he cancels it whenever he runs out of shield. Like, if he gets to about half HP on his health bar, or even before that, and he's taking damage, if his shield is gone, he'll cancel it, so then he can use his shift if needed. This case uses the C, but gets ulted, unfortunately. I think the shift was on cooldown. Yeah, the shift was on cooldown, so he popped his C, the team-up ability, to try to give himself extra shield. Unfortunately, though, gets whaled. But I saw the vision. Just didn't have the cooldown up, but I saw the vision. Gets his shield back up to 74 before the fight even starts. We'll have both cooldowns up as well. Takes high ground with it. Oh my god, look at all this damage. Kills the Namor. I don't know if he canceled it early there. I wasn't paying fully attention. Gonna have it again though in a sec. Goes for it again. Tons of damage. Actually just like 1v2ing them. Pops, ends it early, that way can pop his shift, stay alive, drops back down, gets healed back up, still alive. Crazy. He's gonna go for ult. He's gonna go for the ult here, right? I wanna see the ult. Do it. Ah, he doesn't go for it and ends up dying. I think he was thinking about it. Missed the shift? Yeah, missed the shift. I mean, it happens. It happens.
They can't be allowed to seize control.
I am ready to put on a show.
Our enemies are position would not last.
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
Ooh, big strange ult. Probably after the ult. Is that his team's Luna? Or is, no, it's their team's Luna. Okay, so he's not gonna really get any kills here, I don't think. Yeah, with Luna ult up, it's not really gonna do anything. I think they probably just lose this fight. Yeah. Looks like they're gonna lose that fight. I'm a strange main. Who should I learn to play next? You should play whoever you want. Most characters in this game are really good. I think some characters, like even this one, Mr. Fantastic, are very difficult to play, but and like widely considered not good, and rightfully so in a lot of ways because of how much you have to do to make them work. But like we're watching right now, it is possible. You just gotta put in those hours. Unfortunately, I think their team's getting kind of hard staggered here right now. I don't know what's going on. You don't have any Lord icons because you're the definition of a flex player? That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, pops the big form, tries to help backline off the Iron Fist. It feels like this fight's been going on for an hour. Both their support ults are up though.
I am ready to put on a show.
All right, this is just some rivals right here. This is just some rivals right here. Everyone's just running around, but look at all the damage. I bet when he gets his big inflated form, ooh, good kill. Finding the Namor on the flank. Small thing, hey, not even for Mr. Fantastic. If you play against a Namor, you need to be watching the flanks constantly, especially if you're a DPS player or a tank player. Like, Namors should not be allowed to sit on the flank for hours, and that's all they do. What they do is they go on the flank, they throw 2 squids on the ground, and then try to right-click somebody and delete them. Ooh, gets rolled. Trying to go for big damage though, I get it. That's probably why he cancels the big form so often. Because if you don't cancel the big form, oh, the round ends there, by the way. If you don't cancel the big form, stuff like that can happen where you just get rolled. Going for some early damage.
I have a shield.
Going for shield off your teammates.
I am ready to
Big damage on the Psylocke. Force her out. Ooh. Kills the Luna in the backline by herself, low HP. How do you cancel big form? F key. It says on the screen. You see it right now? It says exit right here. Boom. Gets big damage on Loki. Dude, Loki is so good this season, chat. Like, if you're really good at Loki, I feel like you can climb really hard. Gets a big form. I don't think he's gonna ult here. Probably gonna ult next fight, though. Unfortunately, they're gonna have ults soon. Pops the shift to stay alive. So what I've learned more than anything through watching this is just like Mr. Fantastic is not a damage character. He's not a damage character in any way, shape, or form. He's just a brawl brawl character. That like you just want to be pesky. Like you want to make them take their time to shoot at you, and then you waste their day by popping your C, popping your shift, giving your allies shield and jumping out of fights, jumping onto their back line. Like, they're Luna right now. He's gonna go for the Luna right here. Gets damage on the mag too, but the Luna's killable. Gets the health pack though, so decides not worth it anymore. Delays the big form a little bit. I'm not sure why he went for the delay on the big form there. Maybe because he was afraid it would take too much damage? Potentially. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You said it's a little bit of all three, shielding teammates, doing damage with the E, but also, like, takes and does big damage. It just shows that a lot of these characters probably just need to have their kit mastered even more. Because, like, how much this player is doing to, like, maximize the kit it's impressive. And having ult here in 2 seconds. Oh, that's the Luna ult. Gonna probably get close to building up the big form. And then just leaves and goes to point. Are they gonna C9? Wow, what a heads up play. The Psylocke comes back to 1v1, pops his C, pops his shift, gives himself time to get the C back up online. Ease again. Gonna go for ult. Doesn't actually go for ult because it looks like the fight's winnable without it. Saves the ult. That's smart, actually. Good calls, not going for the ult there. Now they have no support ults. Next fight, in a small room. Oh, this is gonna go crazy. Small room, no support ult. Goes in with big form and then ult. Let's see. Well, they might TP, actually. Are they TPing?
No complaints.
No, they're not TPing.
They've almost got it.
Perfect.
Pops the shift to stay alive. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be in the small room anymore. Gave shield to the Luna. Is that enough to keep the Luna alive? Yeah, it is. Goes for the ult. Gonna use the top of this barrier or the ring up top to give extra slams. It broke, unfortunately. When did they get a Mr. Fantastic? Pops the shift to stay alive from the strange ult, even though it missed? Wow. This has gotta be the best Doctor. This has gotta be the best Mr. Fantastic gameplay I think I've ever seen. Oh, it was the Loki ult. Wait, the Loki copied the Mr. Fantastic? That's awesome. Wait.
Another epic victory.
And then the stat line for the end of the game. One last time. Had 31,000 damage. Had the most damage in the entire lobby by a long shot. 14 final blows, 32 limbs, 31,000 damage block. That's tank numbers right there. God damn. I know he's technically not number 1 on the list, but that might be the number 1 Mr. Fantastic player, at least from what I've seen.